Puma. Okay, let's apply a filter to it. Boost the noise. Maybe have on the... Take out the gain a bit, maybe keep it at like a little bit high, like at 1 decibel. So the noise suppression. Convert linear noise gate, noise suppression. Let's also try noise gate. Okay, close. Hopefully those filters help. Come on. My dog's playing with the squeaky toy. Well, whatever. Let's see, I'm live. Good. Let's start the game up. Easy. Okay, let's continue. This guy. And now I'm going to go through a peek. Let's pull absolutely yes. Everything here should be fine. Ah, oh no. What happened? Okay, well, anyway. I'm over here in our peek. I can get around other Lardo is. Thankfully, basic fireball is actually doing some pretty good damage. Extremely good damage, all things considered. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna run up here, try my best not to get hit by those sexy desert pyromancers. That's the poison. Stay now. Well, so these guys like pyromancies. Thankfully, they themselves are pretty susceptible to damage from pyromancies also. Oh, I knocked her ass over. Okay, she decided to fall into the water. I'm guessing she just said, screw it, I choose death, and just launched herself into the water. Well, I'm gonna go out from here, go around to the other side, go over to where that mannequin is. That's the one good thing about facing the large ass around here. Did I already take out the mannequin that's up there? It's come out. That's good. Anyway, I'm going to go down to where that item was. Okay, I'm guessing the explosion was caused by the desert pyromancer up. Take that guy out. Gonna pop a life gem. Gonna sprint across all this poison bullshit. Kinda gross that this place is basically flooded with poison. Well, anyway, that's what you do with poison. Pop a life gem. And as we see over here, we have one with steel mirror. You give this the ring of steel protection +1.
It's growing hazy. My memory, I am. If everything should
Pop another life gem to keep myself alive.
I had an older brother. We learned to fence together.
That older brother would be Asatilo Mira.
Decorated swordsman in all of Mira.
Yeah, she still has her mask on.
I never even compared. In fact, I never beat him. But then, now I'm certain. If only my brother soon I may.
Oh, Lucatile, I hear your tale, and I will ensure that no one thinks about him. I'm gonna pop the Pharaoh's Lockstone here. Because past this illusion, there's a steel lockbox, side of which is something that will help out a lot. The poison bite ring. That'll help out a lot in this area, considering that the Earth Keep is just one big toxic elevator. Okay. Sometimes the Forewarned may invade, so be wary of that. Speaking of which, I should equip that though. I could equip it in place where I find it. There's just a bunch of lost column. Probably keep it up. Let's hope that, okay. My dad was reprimanding the dog for chewing on the. There's also an entrance to a covenant around here. I'll show you that once I'm done with this section. So anyway, I'm correcting you just like. You just like run off in a diagonal towards the. Okay, let's see if I can do this properly. You just like run off and just with a straight diagonal towards the door. Yes. Not the annoying part though. The annoying part is coming out here. Why? So there's going to be that thing coming. He may set off a trap. He did not set off the trap somehow. Okay, well, around here there are going to be some enemies. Mainly mannequins. One went down. Be careful with that pressure plate. If you hit it, it will cause a trap to just start spewing out high velocity bolts at you that will cause a lot of damage and potentially kill you. That's not the important thing. The important thing is the contents of this box. Out of this box, we get 15 heavy bolts and a heavy crossbow. Will come in handy for the boss fight. Okay, continuing on. That's what I meant to be careful about the pressure plate there. The thing is, it's relatively easy to come back up here. So I'm just going to try to get back here, and I'm just going to pop a homeward bone once I get my souls. If you're wondering why I'm not using the Ring of Light protection right now, it's because it broke, and I would need to go to a blacksmith to get it fixed. I don't want to do it at the moment. Tragically, using the rapier is not a good idea against these guys, because they can just easily help them. Right. Okay. Now let's just fall back here. That hard ass attention. Try to slam at me with the hammer, didn't work. The mannequin did not come after me, so I might as well go around where the mannequin is. I'm so glad that I have the hexer set on right now. That's so weird, the mannequin didn't come down. Maybe I knocked him out of position. Yeah, the big enemies here and the mannequins also drop Titanite shards. Where is that guy going? There, I can see him here. Does he not know where I am? No, he doesn't drop anything. I don't think he... Okay, moving on. Another lard ass. Another lard ass. Strategy as before, chuck a fireball at him. And fireballs are useful. It doesn't. Other answers. I don't think they can hit me from where I am here at the wall. So, by all means, use the environment to your advantage. What makes these things so deadly is that they'll blow a kiss that ends up launching a loop. And sometimes they'll blow a kiss that results in a, Huh. Okay, well there's an urn down there for some reason. Okay, down she goes. She drops the Lingering Dragon Crest Ring +1. Pretty good ring in my opinion. The only good thing about the mannequins here is that if you kill them, the weapons they drop are pretty decent. You could potentially drop pieces of the mannequin's claws, the mannequin's top, mannequin's boots. I'm gonna use it. Return to the last bonfire. For the boss fight in this area, which is the Covetous Demon, I am simply going to... First thing I'm going to do is rest up at the bonfire. Second thing I'm going to do is just raid that area for all its valuables. Pretty valuable stuff. Oh yes, I did. Just this on the metal arrows. The reason why I recommend having metal arrows along with normal arrows is because metal arrows can the burns in Harvest Valley. I think as if I want to stop aiming. The good thing about having the Hexer's gear on is that it has excellent dark and fire resistance. It also has decent physical protections for being a piece of light armor. Also got that crossbow. I don't have any normal bolts for it. The only reason why I'm using the arrows against these guys is because pyromancies I have are a bit of a pocket commodity, and I don't want to use all of them up on these guys. I'd rather do it as possible. So that's the good thing about having a pyro-dex, so you can utilize pyromancy to your advantage. There, that's where the Desert Pyromancer is, all the way up on that terrace. There's no way that I can reach her from down here. So, I'm just going to ignore her. Okay. I'll go over here. Down we go. Across here. Down here. Take out Lardass number 2. Poison so good job of taking him out for me. Go around to here, need to take out the mannequin. Mannequin's gonna pop out from below that cliff. He's going to immediately throw some poison knives at me. Another Lardass. I always wish you could use that giant hammer that we realized, but I don't think that's the job. Okay. Pop a life gem. gang bang. Got smashed by Shrek's giant hammer, and then I got smashed by the Pyromancer's fireballs. Well, not the end of the world. Still keeping the poison crest ring, the poison bite ring on because poison is still getting pretty damn deadly in this area. Using a rapier to take out those guys really isn't useful. Anyway, let's try over. Very good, my arrow made contact and hit the wall. Chaos Rapier is a pretty good weapon in my opinion. It has the same moveset as a normal rapier, but as its name suggests, it is infused with Primal Chaos, which in Dark Souls, Primal Chaos is synonymous with Blade. Oh, these guys also drop Mundane Stones. Mundane is a fascinating infusion for weapons. The way it works is if you have a weapon infused with Mundane, you can generate more damage the more even your stats are. So, say if I decide to bring all of my stats up to or around 20, that will make Mundane. Mundane will give all of my weapons a decent boost if my stats are at or close to 20. Which is kind of funny since Mundane is close to average. Since Mundane is synonymous with average, that means that the closer your stats are together, the more normal the average is, the more damage you'll end up doing, which I find hilarious. Can't help but think that that's more than anything a bit of a math joke on the dev's part. Anyway, for this guy, just lure him over. Cover him with some arrows every now and then, let the poison eat away at him. Stand over here at the exit. Wait for him to die. And now I'm going to try to go after the boss of this area, which is Covetous Demon. So, considering the fact that there's a Pyromancer here, I believe those oh, I can hit her. Archery. That's good. Oh, she dropped something. I wonder if it's going to be another ring or if it's going to be... Oh, a magic stone. That's good. Magic stones, infuse it with a weapon, and it deals fire damage. Sometimes these mannequins have blades, which are pretty good to get. I accidentally got a backstab there. Not going to complain there. There are poisonous, toxic beetles here, and more of those weird poison women. I got a bleed stone from her. I believe this chest has a poison trap that does grow out of the way of the poison. And it only contains a singular torch. I feel like the devs are trolls. Okay, so the strategy for the Covetous Demon goes as follows. Enter the door. Swap out for the Pyromancer Flame because my shield ain't gonna do shit here. And now, as you can see with the normal arrows do not have enough stopping power to you can see when fighting the Covetous Demon, he is 1, very weak to thrust, 2, very weak to fire, so having a weapon that deals thrust and fire damage at the same time is very useful. Okay, so to distract him, just drop one of the hollows off there, and this demon will be so absorbed into the meal that he won't even realize that I'm poking him. Sadly, when you poke him to death while the hollow is out, you won't deal as much damage to him. But what's important isn't so much the damage that you deal as it is the distraction. Considering the fact that he's a giant slug boy, he has piss poor defensive against fire and against thrust, so that's an excellent way of taking him out. The enemy has been slain, you get a copy of his soul, And there goes the easiest boss in this area. Here's a bonfire. Light it. I'm gonna rest if only to repair my equipment. This place is a maze and a half. As you can see there are some mannequins here. Pay attention to that one there. Hopefully you can kill him before he decides to jump out at you. Basically, the way that it works is that the mannequin crouches behind that box, and he tries to lull you into a very much false sense of security, where you run over to that box, and many times you won't notice the mannequin. The mannequin will try to get a drop on you. That guy's hammer deals amazing damage against light armor like mine. Aware of that. Also, you can utilize archery to take out arrows for poison. Basically, there's a switch here, and when you pull it up, it causes... I'll just show you. You pull the switch up, and it activates a pulley that brings up those chains. And what it would do is allow you to safely wander the area without fear of breaking those poison-filled urns. Thankfully, you don't have to worry all that much about that if you utilize archery to break the urns before they even deposit their toxic remains onto it. There are some mannequin archers there. Their arrows are tipped with poison. Okay, that one's down. I was hoping that he would drop some equipment, but alas, we cannot have nice things. I don't know how you're supposed to get the item there. If I had to take a guess, I would say that's some kind of trick ball. Over there's a Grave Warden. I have no idea why, but for whatever reason the Grave Wardens are protecting this place. Maybe Mytha struck a deal with Grave Warden that game, where you would provide aid to the Grave Wardens, and in exchange you would provide defenses to the Earthen Peak. I have to imagine that that's the only reason, that would be the only reason, logistically, as to why the Grave Wardens would be here. Because the Grave Wardens of the Undead Crypt are very much hostile towards mountains. Nothing in the world, I just have to come back here. Sadly, the Hexer's gear I have most likely has the highest poison resistance of the armor that I have on me. So. Back across to here. Along and up here. Going to get Lardo's attention and potentially get the attention of the mannequin. Excellent. Down goes the mannequin. Down goes Lardass. As before, get the attention of the Grave Warden. Here. Archery is definitely excellent if you want to get the attention of the crowd. If I get his spear, that would be nice. Thankfully, the Grave Wardens are plentiful around here. No, no such illusion. This guy's giving you a red hair. I still have no idea how to get over there. I think it involves some kind of trick jump. Okay, down he goes. Now for his friend. One thing I do like about Dark Souls 3 is that they added weapon arts for archery weapons. With the longbow, its weapon art is puncture, where you draw the bow back further, and as a result you end up, by drawing the bow back further, you end up okay. Now for this guy. That's cute, he thinks he's being intimidating by doing all those back Regardless, something ended up breaking that. I think it was the mannequin's knives. I think if we go down here, more mannequins are gonna pop up. So anyway, yeah, that's how the mannequin tries to get you. He like gets you to run over here. Basically, the way that it works is that the mannequin is there to fool you. You run over there without seeing him. He gets the drop on you, ends up getting nasty hits on you. I managed to avoid that. And that wooden box is a pipe. Be careful not to break the box, or else the pipe will be unobtainable. It will just be reduced quite a little. It's garbage. That's it for everything that's up here. I mean, that's down here. Now we just take this path up. I warn you, there are going to be more, Hey, game you want to play, guess what? You're not gonna make it. Grave Warden's cups. Yeah, the Grave Wardens can drop pieces of their equipment. And over here is something that I'm pretty sure is glitched in College Person. There is a windmill. You will walk up to the windmill with a torch, set it on fire, and it will drain the boss room of the majority of the poison that is in it. There's a room with a bonfire. I can't help but imagine this is how you get to the other side where that, Plus it isn't. I have no idea how you get up there. It involves doing some kind of weird trick ball from that. But anyway, not worried. Come on, get over here. More mannequins. There are also mannequins on top. I just got myself stuck. Okay. So there are mannequins all over the place. I don't know how that one got through there. Maybe it's because he climbed up the ladder and fell through. Anyway, there are mannequins up on these banisters. Easy way to deal with them is to just get one's attention one at a time and just kill them all one at a time. From the upper level, you can cheese them from a window that's parallel to where they all are. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He actually came up on the upper floor. And I was gonna come down here to try and get a jump on me. Come on, get over here. He's down. That one down here. Stop being a show-off. I know you're immune to poison. But that's just bad sportsmanship. So, over there you get the mannequin's mask. Which is a mask that they would be wearing if they had heads, which they don't. I believe there's a switch that you can... Unless it's on the other side. I'm pretty sure the switch is on the other side. Never mind. I'm gonna say there's a switch that you can hit to open that gate. But it appears to be on the other side of the area. Fret not, fret not. All you need to do is just come here. See, this is what I mean. There's a window here that allows you to get the drop on a lot of these guys. As you see here, there's also a Shadow of Mira, the Desert Pyromancer. Just gonna put the Shadow of Mira and follow me up the stairs, where I will get the drop on him. And up here, there is a secret bonfire that leads you to the boss. I'm not going to fight the boss yet. Anyway, there's a box up there, bonfire up here. This is just a bonfire to make it easier for you to access the boss of this area, so that you don't have to hike all the way up here from the first or second Earthen Peak bonfires. The box is a petrified something. As you can see, if I bring the camera upwards, those urns are filled with poisonous sludge. You're gonna find out why there's so much poison here in a moment. I'll give you a hint. It involves a queen who wanted to be young and beautiful forever, but ended up literally toxifying herself to death. Pyromancer down. And this area will actually connect you to where the Desert Pyromancer is. So, use iron arrows or pyromancies to break open those urns. Tap this wall, and it is a hidden wall. Behind the hidden wall is a Desert Pyromancer. Over here you get the spell Quartz Ring +1, and sometimes they drop Dusk Herbs. And also they drop Dragon Charms, which makes me wonder if the Desert Pyromancers are actually Pyromancers of the famed Sanctum City Shulva. Because the Dragon Charms were used by the Ecclesia of that society, who worshipped a slumbering dragon who was of the last of the ancient dragons. The reason why I say of the last is because Dark Souls 3 kind of retconned Shulva's dragon being the last of the slumbering dragons, which by having Sin, not Sin, that's a dragon Shulva, by having Dark Eater Medivh, who in actuality is the last of the ancient dragons. Medivh was raised by Seath the Scaleless and by Seath's adopted daughter named, got her name. Anyway, there are, Sheila. She's Seath's daughter. Anyway, there are going to be more mannequins here trying to get the drop on me. Thankfully, I got the drop on them. Oh, never mind, they got the drop on me. Anyway, I'm glad that I unlocked that secret bonfire. But it would be easier for me to get where I need to from the second bonfire, so I'm going to just go back to the second bonfire. Be all the same as far as I'm concerned anyway. Actually, no, it would be easier if I do it from this bonfire. Because I can utilize archery to kill the... Actually, no, I can't. I don't think I can utilize... Can I utilize archery to kill the Desert Pyromancer that's here? No, I don't think... That's fine. Screw around with the archery. Either way, not the end of the world. Just gonna continue on my way. Part of me really should consider investing in a better cooling pad for my laptop. As you see there, one of the Shadows of Mira has shown up. Now he goes. Oh, and I got the Malformed Claws. Those are the weapons that they use. You could also potentially drop that's their equipment from them. Their equipment is pretty damn good. I believe it increases your the amount of blue that you use. Just like how I'm pretty sure the mannequin set increases the amount of poison you use. Magic Stone and Will to Dusk Herb, that is good. So anyway, if you want to see how to cheese the mannequins that are up there, I will show you how in a moment. Just give me a moment while I give this woman some much-deserved revenge for all the fire that she's been raining down on me. Not fun when somebody gets a drop on you, huh, is it? Anyway, for these mannequins, the way that you cheese them is... You, shoot one, knock him over, he climbs up the ladder to get to you, and then you fight him one at a time. You do the same thing with all the other ones until they are dead. Okay. Basically, from this window, you can see all of the mannequins. And one easy way to take them out is with Pyromancy, especially if you have an upgraded flame like mine. My cape looks weird because it's blowing in the breeze. I love this game. I love and hate these game's wonky physics at the same time. Anyway, for these mannequins, just Kill them with pyromancy for that when they're in the distance. Kill him with archery. Rinse and repeat to avoid pissing on the electric fins, and the universe will uncross the lives for us. Okay. Dragonestus. One thing you need to be careful of is that the mannequin's arrows will deal poison damage. Regardless. There's that mannequin, there he is. Wasn't able to get the drop on him. Doesn't matter because his life was forfeit the moment that I came into the room. You could also utilize pyromancies to break those urns. Okay, much more time. Where are those mannequins bringing out? Drop on me. Anyway, easy way to deal with the mannequins, just get them to climb up the ladder. Are they gonna? Well, anyway. If they are gonna climb up, or if they are attempting to climb up the ladder, just take them out one at a time. These mannequins are effectively ninjas. The way that they kill you is through deception, but if you manage to deceive them first, you end up making quite a show. Mannequin over there, let's see if I can hit with finances, yes I can. These guys are very much weak to fire, just about everything in this place is weak to fire. So around here is a switch connecting this area to the other area. Over there is a mannequin. Hopefully he drops his, either their knives or their swords. Honestly, the swords that the mannequins use are awesome. They basically look like Egyptian Kopesh blades. They look kind of like a cross between a kukri and a Kopesh. Okay, so over here is a Simpleton Spice. There's also a phantom you can summon who is, Devotee Scarlet. She was one of the, she's also the summon that we can have for the,
Shush. I'm
for
on
the
the
Ruin
run.
Sentinels.
You're a few? Yeah. Why else would...
This
It's
guy
got
is,
death.
Laddersmith Gilligan.
You want to climb? Aye. But, why, yep. Have you not?
He sells his ladders for exuberant
Alright.
prices, but this time he gives us a special discount. He literally pulls these ladders out of nowhere. As seen, there is literally no location where he could pull the ladder out of. Maybe he has an enchanted bag for holding stuff that we utilize. Who knows?
Go on ahead. Oh.
Well, anyway, we can learn the Frustration Jester, we can buy some items from him, including the Barbed Club and claws. I'm gonna buy 2 copies of the claws, and I'm probably gonna buy the Barbed Club. He offers for equipment the Thieves' Mask and the black leather armor. He also sells this ladder replica and bleeding materials.
No, mate.
Well, anyway, basically, the ladder that he gives us allows us to go down here. We go down this narrow path. Takes us over to here, where we find a Pharaoh's Blockstone and a piece of Twinkling Titanite. All very good. And now we just have to talk to him and get him to exhaust his dialogue for him to move to Majula.
Well, apparently, there's this monster lady.
Yes,
right?
I've heard of her. She's the queen of this
The
area.
poison, well, does wonders for her body. You know, health and beauty and that sort of. And I thought only that creature.
She was
She was-
human
huh?
once.
In fact, she was wed to the prince of that nearby castle. But her husband, the princess was desperate and sought eternal beauty, hoping that it would. Before long, no, long ago. We say Drangleic now, but countless kingdoms have risen, and this won't be the last. That damn. She's going to. God. I'm finding.
I think when he said that hag, she's gonna get us burned. I don't know if he's talking about Nitha or if he's talking about Nishandra, the Queen of Drangleic. Clearly Winogress doesn't have a high opinion of women in power. Considering all the crazy shit that the Daughters of Manus have done to countless kingdoms throughout the world, I have a feeling his skepticism is warranted. Okay, down goes a Grave Warden. Over here is one mild-mannered Pate. If we talk to him, he will give us his equipment.
We went through a lot together. Don't be shy.
Spoilers, he's doing it so that when Creighton finds us,
we'll
he'll mistaken us for Pate
This
and kill
I don't
us.
quite have. Well, this I don't.
Yeah, he talks about how there's treasure here, there's a door here that can't be opened from this side, you have to open it to the other side, and I'll show you how to get to that door. Last time I played through this area, all the enemies and all the poison here. More than anything, it was the mannequins that got me, so... Okay, she's down. I wonder if she drops any... Oh, she does drop some of her equipment. The Desert Sorcerer's top. Trapped chest, what is on the trap? A Pharaoh's Lockstone. Okay. Now then, for this room, there are two potential... So basically, hitting this switch will cause that wooden platform on the floor to rise up. There are two potential pieces of treasure you can get. One by riding the platform up, and another by riding the platform down. Or by going underneath the platform. And here we get the Mirror Shield. It was renamed to the Sunset Shield in Dark Souls 2. Shield issued to the proud knights of Mirror's Order. A land perennially beset by unrest, this shield was a symbol of the Green Knight's strength and willingness to give their lives for the community. It has pretty pretty decent poison resist. Actually, kind of crap for a shield. I mean, let's see how much it weighs compared to this. It weighs the same. Honestly, the Twin Dragon Shield is just a better shield all around. They have the same physical defense. The Dragon Shield has much better magical and poison resist. Now, when I say magic, I don't just mean the magic element. I mean, like, the types of magic used in Dark Souls, you know. Sorcery, bolts. Now I believe you get to safety by going up this ladder. There we go. And the way that you get to Pate is a bit annoying. I believe what you do is you go around to here. You go over to there where there's a Grave Warden. Oh, it's a mannequin. Anyway, so basically what you do to get to where Pate is you drop down here. That piece of wooden railing where the mannequin was, that can be broken through, and then you drop down. And that box is Great Heavy Soul Arrow. And once you're done there, this area connects you to where Pate is. I think that also functions as like a drop down to where that is, but I'm not gonna... Anyway, we go back here to where Pate is.
Well, perhaps you're more. In any case, the treasure is... I prefer... For instance... Now, what miss up the poor bloke must have quite... You be careful too. You be careful too.
Yeah, when he said that poor bloke, I wonder why he would have such an idea of me wanting to kill him, he's talking about... Wait, he's talking about, Creighton. Anyway... Okay. I think that's it for everything here in the Earthen Peak. All I have to do now is just get to the boss. And then pretty soon I'll be able to do something crazy and farm pyromancies to my heart's content. I will show you how in a moment, but first... let's... rest at the bonfire. I'm going to also go over to where there's a mimic. To kill the mimic easily, I would recommend attuning the poison mist spell, or the toxic mist spell if you manage to beat the rat vanguard. The royal rat vanguard. There are 2 royal rat bosses in the game. One is the vanguard, one is the authority. I believe the vanguard is the one that are like multiple like groupings of rat attacking you with a fire. Okay, well anyway, that's what's these things. One off, one here. Over here we got one smooth and silky stone. These beetles, for whatever reason, drop green blossoms and life gems. Do not activate that Pharaoh's Lockstone. There's a Pharaoh's Lockstone like that in the old Iron Keep. And as you can see, this box has a latch on it. Boxes that have a latch on it are mimics. And one easy way to take care of a mimic without risking any damage to the chest is to simply cast a pyromancy like Poison Mist, poison the mimic, do moderate amounts of damage to it, and from that box we get the Dark Gauntlets and the Work Hook. Very nice. Now then, let's go down here, get the attention of the Shadow of Mira. Come on, down here. Kill him, deal with her. Basically, up close, they can utilize different attacks to try and get to you. One is where they attempt to, where they blow a kiss at you and then launch a great combustion in your face. You don't want that. There are some more of those, female... more of those weird women here, along with, 2 Grave Wardens. Deal with the Grave Warden, the easiest way to deal with them would be to, I'd say easiest way to deal with the Grave Warden is to bait them into a backstab. Or just kill them outright, that works too. I have 3 Radiant Life Gems, might as well pop one. I need a different weapon for dealing with these things. Let's go with the long sword. Its sweeping attack could make fighting easy. There are 2 Great Wardens here, so I'm guessing the second one is going to come at some point. Anyway, that guy dropped a blue stone. Over here is Jester Thomas. He is an excellent summon for this fight because Mytha, the Baleful Queen, is very much weak against fire, and Jester Thomas is a pyromancy extraordinaire. Oh, this guy dropped something. The Grave Warden top. Oh, cool. Their armor is pretty okay. It offers pretty decent defense against fire. I mean, not fire, against dark. So, okay, over here we have a Sunbro. Let's see if I can summon them. Even though all you really need to beat this boss is Jester Thomas, he'll just flame sweep the boss to death. Like, it's not even... Honestly, having Jester Thomas in this fight just makes it pathetic. And as you can see, the poison in this area has not been drained. In Scholar of the First Sin, I don't think that whole thing where lighting the sconces causes you to, you can see there, Jester Thomas is going ham on the boss with pyromancies. I'm going to do the same thing. Like I said, very much weak to pyromancies. Jester Thomas is basically... You can basically solo this boss for us. crown goes in the baleful queen. Victory has been achieved. We get the first soul. And we can continue on. Let me through. It's busier. Okay. And I also get a sunlight medal. If you summon a member of the Heirs of the Sun to assist you in combat, or if you are yourself a member of the Heirs of the Sun and assist someone through combat, after killing a boss, you will get a nice piece of equipment. That nice piece of a nice item. That nice item is the sunlight medal. If you have enough of them, you can turn them into the Sunlight Shrine at the base of the Earthen Peak, and you can get some items. I think if you get 10, you get a miracle. If you get 20, you get a shield, and if you put in like 30, you get the Sunlight Sword. I'm gonna light the bonfire here because coming up here, you will find some Alon Knights. These guys here. They wear very well put together armor. And over here you're going to find two summons. One of them is going to be, if they show up. They only show up if you open the door. Okay, well, we're going to beat up by Fencer Sharon. She's honestly the least impressive of the potential invaders here. The most impressive of which would have to be Armorer Dennis, the one who showed up before in the valley, not in the valley, the one who showed up before in the oh yeah, Fencer Sharon likes to use, she uses two weapons. One is the puzzling stone sword, the other is the fighter's fang, weapon which I will get later. I will get later. Beat her. Yeah, the puzzling stone sword is a weapon that segments into a whip for some of its attacks. He's not even the only, he's honestly not even the worst, invader that you can find here. The worst invader that you can find here, without a doubt, has to be Armorer Dennis. Armorer Dennis is a douchebag. He is a magical swordsman that utilizes sorceries and physical attacks by utilizing a weapon called the Blue Flame. Try seeing if I can combust Sharon to death. Well, I'm going to remove this, put Hexer's gloves in place. The reason being, the Hexer's gloves have excellent defense against. The Hexer set as a whole has excellent defense against fire. The Alon Knight set also has excellent defense against fire. Hopefully the one who invades is Sharon and not Dennis. I wonder if you can bait them using orange skulls. I would still like to bait Dennis into the lava. One issue with that being, if I try to bait Dennis into the lava, he will... I could potentially get his, some of his gear. His gear consists of the Blue Flame. Thankfully, when he casts a very slow sorcery like that, that's a perfect opportunity for me to sneak up behind him and stab him in the back. Thankfully there was enough of an L2 difference for that, full great sword not to make any contact whatsoever. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to understand how walls work, so he'll just try to, cast sorceries even though I'm inside, even though I'm over the wall, so he can't reach me. Anyway, now that we're in here, more Law Knight's gonna show up. He only dropped a human effigy. How sad. There's also one there who is an archer. Let's get his attention and get him to come over here and face us. With the Alarm Knights, you can get some pretty good stuff from them. For example, you could potentially get the Alarm Great Bow, if you are very lucky. There's Lockstone, that is good. I believe up and around here there is a hidden wall in a room with a ballista. And you're wondering, why would there be a room in a ballista if there's a wall here? Reason why? The wall is a hidden pathway. One here, he gets 20 fire arrows, understandable since this place is basically fire central. Okay, there's an Alarm Knight there. Attention, he dropped an item which are his gauntlets. Gauntlets are only considered equipping. This one also dropped an item. Another copy of the gauntlets. Oh well. Over here, there is a flamethrower that is constantly spewing flame. And periodically the flamethrower would stop etching out fire. Alright, you get the iron key there. If you're careful and you're close enough to the edge, you can sometimes grab the iron key and not get completely roasted by the flame. But even if you get roasted by the flame, there are means for which you cannot. There are means through which you won't get burned. Or rather, means through which you can get your souls back.
Who, me? What?
Well, this is Magarol. His whole shtick is that you can utilize incense to, lower the cost of magic through it. More importantly, he sells the Jester's set. Best set in the game. He also sells the, sorceries like Fall Control. He also sells Dark Hail, and he sells Dark Storm. I believe?
What?
Let's talk to him.
Here.
If you spend like 10k souls with him, he will give you the Covetous Silver Ring +1, which is a ring that I love. So now if I ever decide to go full crazy farm mode, I can just utilize the Covetous... Ah, there it is, Covetous Gold Ring +1. You can find the Covetous Gold Ring standard here, but Magarol will give you the Covetous Gold +1 if you spend enough souls with him. Now I'm going to change out of this equipment. I'm going to put on Hexer's gear, and it's not the Jester's gear. Jester's gloves increase the number of souls acquired. Jester's tights increase your... Jester's tights reduce fall damage, and Jester's mask makes it easier for you to find items. I'm going to utilize... Oh, I'm getting mated. You can tell by the fog door showing up. Miss Cleo. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people like to do PvP here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do a little gesture, and now let's get this fight started. Okay, her whole thing is parry baiting. Your parries are useless if you're gonna showboat the whole time. Yeah, you can't parry a pyromancy, Cleo. I hate to break it to you, but you can't parry a pyromancy. She utilizes a rapier. It looks like her entire full shtick is just to parry me, get me into a situation where... Oh, she has a Moonlight Greatsword. She also has the crystal rapier from William Moyes, and she killed me. GG, Cleo. You deserve that win. The ice rapier is a rapier that you can get... Oh, and she decided to jump into the lava. Good for her. She got everything she wanted. She could spend the rest of her life the way she wants. I won't judge. One thing I will do is I will equip the Jester's mask. Or the Jester's cap, I'm sorry. And I'm going to try and kill the Elan Knight that's up here to try and get him to drop. With the Elan Knight, you could potentially farm the Elan Knight armor from them. An easy way to do that would just be equip Company of Champions. And go crazy, but I'm not interested in doing that at the moment. What I am interested in is going to a completely different area. So from right now, I'm going to go to Majula, go into the Shaded Woods, with the assistance of one Weaponsmith Hornifex. And for the next area, being the Shaded Woods, I heavily recommend you put on armor like the Jester's robes. Because there are going to be some forest rogues that will attempt to... straight up murder you. Well, anyway, Watersmith Gilligan shows you the legitimate way that you can move around through here.
Wait, the name's Gilligan. Alright, I have.
Well, he can set
You
up a
want to go
ladder.
down? Fine. You need, but you're...
There are 3 ladders you can set up, one for 12k, one for 3500, and one for 500. For right now, let's set up the 3500 one.
Just...
I think this leads to a same animation as before. He pulls the
only
ladder out
things
of
I
nowhere,
sell
sets it
are-
into the ground.
Cheers for that.
Nothing too crazy. Oh yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the kit. I have the chaos figure on. Good. Anyway, Stone Trader Quellan is here. As is...
I knew you'd be.
As is everyone else here. Let's see. From him, I could buy shit if I really want to. Sorry about that. If you chat with him, he will mention that his
How
daughter is
goes
right
your
here.
journey? Take these.
He also gives me the blacksmith hammer for some reason. I think it's either... I think what triggers that is Quellan coming to, Majula.
Drat. Don't spend your hope. You'll need souls. I know. Don't waste my witless stock just as a blue. Well,
Yeah, if it's not obvious, Leningrad is suffering from the physical effects of hollowing, while Quellan is suffering from the
I'll be
psychological
around.
effects of hollowing. Quellan looks perfectly normal, but has very severe retrograde amnesia. She can't remember her past at all.
Oh, speak up. These stones, some of
She
it,
mentions that the
some of
stones
it,
all look
none
the
of...
same.
You know how they call this? Well, in the old look, what was it?
He talks about how this kingdom has
Since
different
long
names.
ago,
Many kingdoms have
kings,
risen and
each
fallen.
like a great flame. Maybe that's why people don't remember.
Perhaps.
You see that blacksmith? Is he one of
she's
those
talking about Leningrad.
hollows? He sort of looks like the poor, but no interest.
Well, anyway, Quellan mentions that the blacksmith looks very similar to her father. The reason why is because she is most likely the biological daughter of blacksmith Leningrad, and he does not recognize her for some reason. But to guess that the reason why is because he took by the Archdrake chime from him. No, I didn't, but I could also utilize any of the chimes here. Really. Might as well get the Archdrake chime from Falcon on here, along with maybe some more hexes. Would have been easier for me to go around from the Huntsman's Copse and do it this way, but I'm a bit of a strange person, so I should go the other way. Falcon should be right over here. It would have been much easier for me to just go to the bonfire.
The dawn.
Anyway, from him, I want to buy the Archdrake. Never mind, I can't utilize the Archdrake chime yet. Might as well buy from him. Could maybe try out Resonant Soul.
No matter.
I'll buy it from him. Buy an item. Drake chime.
Come again. A dark.
Much like the Archdrake's staff, the chime has perfectly balanced stats as far as faith and intelligence are concerned, and it is utilized to cast sorceries and, miracles and hexes, like how the staff casts sorceries. So, let me travel back to Eula, back to the Far Fire.
Less.
Gonna level up a bit. I don't think I have any more on the Hearts of Bone Dust. My endurance up to 10, and I got my vitality. I'm gonna keep my vitality where it is. Let's put 2 points into faith, okay, and let's maybe put 1 more into strength. The reason why I want to put 2 points into faith is simply because I would very much like to utilize Archdrake's chime for 2 permanencies. If I can utilize, for 2 types of magic. Darkstorm I can use, and Soul Appease I can use. Great. That means for the next area... Well, anyway. You take this ladder down, I believe it takes you down to where the, takes you down to here, apparently, so, we all know, to get down to the, to get down from there, you just do a series of trick jumps down to the bottom, walk off here, and now we are in the Grave of Saints. Let's mix up here, let's attune some different spells, let's get rid of these 2. Oh. Okay. Let's also... Yeah, this works. Anyway, this place is kind of annoying. It's loaded with rats, and there's also a, green option. Great, game's lagging right now. Okay, yeah, I'm going to continue this another time. Right now. I'll try to heal myself. Avoid pissing on the electric fence as much as I can. Points way left and the rats here. Sometimes they drop some pretty good items. Usually poison moss. Sometimes they can drop perilous lock stones, and very few of the time they can drop the spell warmth. Now for right now I'm going to quit the game. And while I'm here, I'm going to first I got a video. Let me go. Let me just turn all this shit down. Water surface, SAFO. Bring everything down to medium settings, just so that this game runs a bit better. And how do I start this in offline? Well, anyway, I'll try this another time. Basically, what you need to do is you need to start the game in offline mode, and then you can kill, and then you can find a phantom that shows up in the Grave of Saints, and you need to kill him 30 times to get 30 Ostone. Bit annoying, but it can be done. So I'll show how to do that next time. Till then, ta-ta.